All right. I guess we are back. Well, that was our first set of debates. 4 teams debating against each other. We had a lot to deal with, and that also brought us to way over our time. And we still have 4 teams to debate on. So actually, we are about to be finishing our session today. So let's see. We will need to decide together what we're going to do. So our 4 teams, they are ready to debate. We can take another 45 minutes to finalize this. And also, naturally, after this, we will revise and see what are the things that did not go so well. So I would like to ask anyone to, let me see, can I see all the 4 clubs? Can the captains or the spokesperson from the 4 teams open their mic? And so we have them indicate that you're here.
Captain for Division B is here.
Okay. Division B, who else do we have?
Division I.
Division I, Division K.
Division C.
Okay. No, the ones that needs to be debating now. So that would be B, K, I. So I have, can anyone propose that we continue another 45 minutes to finish or to start and finish the debate? And we will be wrapping it up.
Madam Chair, if you allow me, I would like to move the motion.
Okay.
I so move that we extend the time of the debate by 45 minutes.
Okay. And then we all needs to cooperate that we will be moving smoothly into the 2 rooms. That will be room 4 for...
Madam Chair?
Yes?
You need a seconder. I am willing to second.
Thank you very much. Okay, so our chair, Milushka, how much time do you need to prepare for us to move into the rooms?
I'm ready.
You are ready.
Yes.
Okay. So, yeah, go ahead.
Yes. So at this moment, I will be opening the breakout rooms, but unless the debate we assigned, at this moment you will be seeing the breakout rooms open and you have to join the room that you want to join. So for instance, it's room 4, division A versus division I, and room 5 is division B versus division K. So you will be, you have to join one of those rooms. This is easier for us, then we will not have to assign you, but you can choose to join the room that you want. Is that is it clear? Yes?
How do they locate? It will pop up on their screen, correct?
Yes, correct. The first time it will pop up. If you wish to leave the room and go to join the other room, you have to click on the breakout room sign, either before the reactions button, and then you click on the breakout room sign, then you can join room 4 or room 5.
Okay, thank you. And another instruction for the Zoom persons in those rooms, how do they work with the breakout rooms that the participants need and the judges need?
I made the participants, the judges, the functionaries rooms are there. The uh, Division A and Division I rooms are there, and both for Division B and K also. So the
Okay.
Zoom masters or the debaters themselves can join those rooms at the assigned moment.
So moderators, what we have now is when the breakout rooms are opened, everyone will choose either room 4 or room 5. Moderators, when the break that the participants need, you instruct them to click on the room that they needs to be in order to confer together, and then after the 5 minutes are up, they need to rejoin that same room, so either room 4 or room 5. And with this, if it's clear for especially the participants, you don't want to miss out, we can open the rooms.
Rooms will be open now.
Okay, thank you.
So just to be clear, the rooms will be open. We go into the room, and I didn't understand with the 5 minutes we have to come back out.
No, you follow the format that the moderator, the format of your debating, which is each side will debate for 5 minutes twice, and then you have the break with the audience participation. Then you have to go back to finalize the third speaker to finish. And everything from now on that the breakout rooms are being opened will take place in the room that you are assigned to. When everything is done, that we will be coming back into this room, that will go automatic. The Zoom master will close all the rooms. Before that, a broadcast message will be sent, so you know that we are finishing and everybody is coming back into this room. Okay, go ahead. Let's go for the last debates. Moderators, are we ready?
The rooms are already open, so you can join the room that you want.
Madam Moderator?
I'd like to join. Madam Moderator.
Yes? Which room would you like to join?
Room 4. Room 4.
Okay.
That's Jean Small. Jean Small. Room 4. Thank you.
Room 5, Carla, please.
You can join the rooms by clicking on the breakout rooms. You can join the room that you want.
We're not getting that option. The option I
No?
have is on to leave.
Who is Carla?
Carla, Division K up the top. Room 5, Toastmaster Carla, eminent orators. Are you seeing that light?
Before the leave option going towards the other side, somewhere you will see a breakout room. If not, you will see more.
Representing Division I, please go give them some love, give them some energy, show them some. Yes, Definitely. I hear you, Donna. You are loud and ready. Definitely. So we are all here. We are all excited. We are ready to debate on marijuana should be decriminalized. And we are excited to hear what the two teams have put together. For those of you who are now joining the room, my name is Sonya Forrester, and I am going to be carrying on this debate tonight for Division A and Division I. And my Zoom master, the person who is going to be the brains behind all of us here tonight, is Toastmaster Arta. Toastmaster Arta, and of course she is going to support us through this process. She's going to help us as we all look to have a smooth debate. We are going to have a smooth debate. So I'd just like to give the judges an opportunity to introduce themselves and also to thank them so much for joining us tonight and volunteering their time. So we have our first judge, Stacey Foster. Good night, Toastmaster Stacey. Say hi.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Madam Moderator, Chief Judge, fellow judges. I'm so happy to be here. I'm looking forward to hear what all of the speakers have to say, and cheers to a wonderful debate. Let it begin.
Thank you so much. Can we hear from the second judge in the room tonight?
Good evening, everyone.
Go ahead. Yes.
My name is Lori Hippolyte, and I am looking forward to an interesting debate this evening on a very interesting topic. So both teams debating, may the best man win. But remember, we are all winners in our own rights. Back to you, Madam Moderator.
Definitely. Thank you so much. And our last judge.
Hello. Do you hear me, Madam Moderator?
Yes, we can hear you. Yes, we can hear you, Toastmaster Carl.
I'm Toastmaster Carl. I look forward to a great debate. Let's enjoy the show, and good luck to every debaters.
Excellent, excellent. To remind us all of the mood, tonight the debaters are expected to resolve that marijuana should be decriminalized. And we will be maintaining the format of the first speakers having 5 minutes each. Then we'll hear from the second speakers, also 5 minutes each. We'll have 10 minutes for audience interaction. So of course, audience members, you are encouraged to make your notes because there'll be an opportunity for you to participate in this debate and give your thoughts on it. And after that, we'll have our summary or rebuttal from our opposition and proposition teams for 3 minutes. Go ahead, Captain. I see your hand raised.
Madam Moderator, how much time do the second speakers have? I thought
5 minutes.
2 minutes.
5 minutes. Each speaker has 5 minutes, and then when we come back for the summary, then we'll give you 3 minutes to present.
So it's 5, 5, 3.
Yes, if you have, yes, definitely.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, Division I, you will be presenting first, and we will refer to you as Team A. Judges, please note this on your score sheet, that Division I, the proposition team, will be referred to as Team A, and Division A is Team B, and they are the opposition team. Now I'd like to introduce and welcome the participants from Division I. Participants, will you please introduce yourselves in the order that you will be speaking?
Good evening, fellow debaters, Madam Moderator, and Toastmasters and guests. I am Cheryl York, and I am captain for our team, which is the statement makers. And I will now turn it over to the second speaker and let her introduce herself to you.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. My name is Toastmaster Sophia Carthy, and I'm the second speaker for the Statement Makers Division I this evening. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So you're going to have 2 speakers represent your division at this debate. You have a third speaker?
We have a third speaker.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. My name is Isabella Hyman, and I will be the third speaker for Statement Makers Division I.
Excellent. Zoom Master, please assist me by muting the person who is unmuted. Thank you so much. I would now like to ask Division A, the participants who will be representing for Division A to introduce themselves in the order that they will be speaking this evening. Team B.
Good evening. My name is Myron Eustatius. I will be the first and third speaker for Team B.
Thank you.
Yes, good evening to all. My name is Erwin Lobato, and I will be the first speaker of the team that is against the mood.
Thank you very much, teams. Now that we know who our speakers are and we are sure of in which order they'll be speaking, please note that our timer this evening is Toastmaster RCD Christia. Toastmaster RCD, could you indicate to the team how they should be looking out for the timing for this debate?
Thank you very much, Madam Moderator. For the debaters, you have 5 minutes. At 3 minutes, I will show my virtual background. That's the red. At 4 minutes, you will see the yellow. And at 5 minutes, the red. With that said, you have 15 seconds to finalize your debate. And if you was busy doing one point, you are not allowed to go to the next one. For the evaluators, they have, if I double check, 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes. Not evaluators. So sorry. I used something wrong. I accustomed to the clock. So with that said, let me be on time and just continue going. For the judges, they have 2 to 3 minutes. With 2 minutes, they're gonna get the green, 2.5, the yellow, and then the 3 at red. Back to you, Madam Moderator.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Timer. And of course, participants, you are
evaluator.
I'm sorry?
No, I accustomed to with the evaluators.
Okay, so we are ready to begin. And of course, again, the moot is resolved that marijuana should be decriminalized. Team A, can we have the first representative from Team A? The first representative? Division I, the pro team, is going to be Toastmaster York. Toastmaster
Isn't
York?
it for rapists, thieves, and murderers? If you lock someone up for smoking a plant that makes them happy, then you're the criminal. This is a quote by Joe Rogan. My team, the statement makers and I, will prove to you with accompanying facts and figures why the pros outweigh the cons when it comes to the moot. Marijuana should be decriminalized, which is the reclassification in law relating to certain acts that marijuana use is no longer considered a crime. And we refute the claim that using marijuana harms the brain and decriminalizing it will increase mental health problems. This is a surmise and not based on facts. Research indicates that people drink less and alcohol sales drop in places where marijuana is decriminalized. Fact, marijuana is roughly 114 times less harmful than alcohol, according to the National Institute of Abuse and Alcoholism. 95,000 people die each year from alcohol poisoning. In addition, you cannot die from an overdose of using marijuana. Yet, alcohol is legal. The amount of crime and violence caused by alcohol use is 10 times higher than by marijuana use. As a proponent of decriminalizing marijuana, these are the facts. Please bear in mind that decriminalization is not the same as legalization. In Portugal, for instance, virtually all drug use was decriminalized in 2001. Now, that does not mean, however, that drug use is legal, but possession and use of drugs are handled as a public health problem and not a criminal activity. Cases of substance abuse and addiction are handled by counselors, psychologists, and social workers instead of police and prison wardens. This softer approach towards addicts not only helps them heal better, but also reduces the risk of stuffing the youth population behind bars. This allows people who are addicted to drugs to get help from the state without entering penal system. Now that Portugal's decriminalization process is over a decade old, there are several long-term benefits that have been recognized. Substance abuse and addiction rates have been cut in half. Addiction treatment and rehabilitation is less expensive than incarceration. Individuals with substance abuse problems are much more likely to find recovery in rehab than in jail. People completing treatment can become productive members of society more easily than convicted felons. Another fact, studies done by the University of California for Medical Cannabis Research found that marijuana is effective in treating a range of health conditions, including Crohn's disease, epilepsy, multiple sclerosis, and PTSD. However, the most notable of them all is the treatment of patients who are undergoing chemotherapy. According to John Getman, an associate professor in criminal justice at Shinoda University, marijuana decriminalization at a federal level would be a major step forward in ending mass incarceration and saving taxpayers' money. It took 40 years to realize that having a plant is not a reason to go to prison, and it will probably be a few more years before we realize it's not even worth a fine. My fellow debater, Sophia, will bring more facts and figures to affirm our position that marijuana should be decriminalized. In conclusion, by limiting the use of marijuana, we are intruding on personal freedom. Even if the drug is shown to have harmful effects, it is still the right of every individual to decide what harms him or not. Madam Moderator.
Thank you very much for your presentation, Toastmaster York, first speaker from the proposition team, Team A. We'll give the judges a moment to tally their scores whilst we prepare for the first speaker from Team B. So Master, are we ready for the first speaker from Team B? Toastmaster Myron.
Hi, is it my turn? I lost my connection for a second there.
Yes, Toastmaster Myron, you're back just in time, so don't worry. We are now about to introduce you.
Okay, thank you.
Toastmaster Myron, representing Team B, you have 5 minutes for your presentation. Toastmaster Myron, please ensure that you're seeing the timer. You may begin.
Thank you, Madam Moderator. Our team is totally against decriminalization of marijuana. And I am sure that after our presentation, you will agree with us that for the sake of the health of all of us, but particularly our youth, as a society, we cannot risk the decriminalization of marijuana. Decriminalization of marijuana means that it will be legal to sell, buy, use, and advertise marijuana not only for medical, but also recreational use. Once this happens, we will never be able to control the use of marijuana. It will be just as impossible as it is to control Oxycontin. Also, a very addictive legal drug, a medicine in fact, that is killing tens of children each year and destroying millions of families in the US. Marijuana is bad for your health. There is no discussion possible about that. Don't let anyone tell you anything different. There is no sense either in comparing it to tobacco or alcohol and discussing which one is worse. It's like me asking you to choose your poison. Wouldn't you like the option of taking no poison at all? And even if you have doubts about the consequences of marijuana use for your health, are you willing to risk it? Are you willing to risk the health of our youth? The effects of marijuana on the youth are proven and are even worse than on adults. There is ample research proving that the use of cannabis by teenagers impairs their brain function, makes them perform less in school, and makes it more difficult for them to function in society. And just as the tobacco and alcohol companies did, marijuana companies will target the youth. It's just good business. Research has shown that most smokers become smokers and choose their brand at or even before the age of 18. Do you remember Joe Camel? He did wonders to the cigarette sales of Archie Reynolds by attracting new, younger customers. If even reputable companies target the youth, don't you think that the criminals that will be the first ones selling this stuff because they are already doing it? I hear people talking about the money we will save by not persecuting the sale and the use of marijuana, and the great tax revenue the government will get, like manna from heaven. But what will be the financial and social cost to our families, our health system, and our society in general? High people are obviously less productive, and marijuana use causes more emergency room visits, requires more medical care, more addiction treatment, and causes more traffic accidents. Ladies and gentlemen, Pandora's box was also seen as a great gift to mankind from the gods. Are you willing to unleash this gift on the world, though we already know some of its evils? Please join us and say no to the decriminalization of marijuana. Madam Moderator.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Myron. Let's give the judges a few moments to write their scores for the first speaker of Team B. We may prepare to invite the second speaker for Team A. The second speaker for Team A, Toastmaster Sophia Carthy.
Thank you, Madam Moderator. I can go ahead?
Yes, please make sure that you're seeing the timer. Once that is so, you may begin.
Let me find the timer.
Pin me.
I am not seeing the time. Okay, I see you now.
Okay.
Excellent. Toastmaster Sophia, you can go ahead as the second speaker for Team A.
Thank you, Madam Moderator. The opposition has outlined that the effects of marijuana on the health of our youth will create a major problem for us worldwide. However, he failed to outline how it does this. He also said that marijuana is addictive and is destroying many families. His focus is mainly on legalization. To reiterate the point of my colleague, decriminalization of marijuana is not legalization of it, but it helps the persons who are caught with small amounts to avoid being prosecuted and given a police record. Every drug has its good and its bad, and whether it's legal or not, marijuana is no exception. The use of marijuana for medical purposes has found to prevent epilepsy, as noted in a 2003 study by the Virginia Commonwealth University. It slows the progression of Alzheimer's, according to the Scripps Research Institute, and reduces the effects of nausea and vomiting during chemotherapy. The decriminalization debate has been going on for over a decade, and many countries around the world have either decriminalized marijuana or went as far as legalizing it. Remember that decriminalizing marijuana does not mean that it's legalized and that you won't be prosecuted for it. If anyone is caught with marijuana that is over the approved amount for personal use, according to the guidelines in the countries that have decriminalized it, you will be prosecuted. For example, in the Netherlands, cannabis is only available for recreational use in coffee shops. Persons are allowed up to 5 grams for personal use, but there are the risk of getting it confiscated during any controls. This means that decriminalizing marijuana will not create a free-for-all scenario. Certain conditions must be met according to the guidelines set forth. If marijuana is decriminalized, it can actually lead to crime reduction, as noted in a study by the National Survey of Drugs Use and Health. Persons are able to access marijuana through dispensaries in certain states, therefore decreasing the need for smuggling and the violence that goes along with it. According to a study by UCLA, using medical dispensary for marijuana have led to a drop in neighborhood crimes due to precaution taken by owners. A 2018 report by the Cato Institute stated that federal, state, and local entities spent about over $48 billion in 2016 on the prevention alone. It is also argued that marijuana is the gateway drug to harder drugs such as cocaine. However, marijuana is the most popular illegal drug used in the US, and only 1% of the people who have tried marijuana are regular cocaine users, according to a study by L. Zimmer published in 1998. The Turning Point Foundation of Tampa mentioned that decriminalizing marijuana can also have a positive financial impact on countries. Money can be saved through less arrests, prosecution, and the imprisonment of drug offenders for what is considered a petty crime. Decriminalization of marijuana is handled differently by countries who have decriminalized the drug. Countries such as the Netherlands and the state of California actually have places where persons can go and purchase marijuana at dispensaries or coffee shops. However, countries in the Caribbean and South America actually allows individuals to grow their own marijuana at home, providing that it is providing it's for personal use. Those who choose to use marijuana for personal use can do so once they are aware of the Decriminalization Acts and the guidelines are followed, they can do so, and they can have an amount between 2 to 60 grams in their possession, and up to 5 plants are allowed to be grown at their home. However, it all depends on the country. For example, in Jamaica, the possession of small amounts, such as 2 ounces for personal use, is allowed and is considered a petty offense and does not lead to a criminal record. In addition, Rastafarians are allowed to use marijuana for religious purposes, and tourists can purchase marijuana if they have a medical prescription and a permit. Having penalties attached to the use of marijuana and enforcing prohibition laws does not stop people, and especially the youth, from using it despite the possibility of incarceration. As previously mentioned, every drug has its good or its bad, and it is up to the individual to decide if they want to use it or not. One should not spend years locked away in committing what is considered a petty offense. My fellow colleague will reinforce these facts to show that, we will reinforce the facts brought forward that marijuana should be decriminalized. Madam Moderator.
Thank you very much. We'll give the judges a few moments to note their scores for the second speaker for Team A.
Fellow friends, as Team Against the Mood, we will of course give you some facts.
Toastmaster Erwin?
Yes?
Just give us a few more minutes. We love your enthusiasm. We'll be ready for you just shortly, Awesome, thank you. Please allow me to invite the second speaker for Team B. The second speaker for Team B, Toastmaster Erwin Lobato, presenting his case. Toastmaster Erwin, you may begin.
Madam Moderator, friends and guests, as the Team Against the Mood, we will of course give you some facts in chunks that will make it easier to digest. Let's look at the first chunk, the health of the ED. ED, what we call here in the Caribbean, PD, that is the PP dysfunction. You know, the National Center of Biotechnology Information did a case study in which they studied 2,070 healthy men, and of the 2,070, the half were provided with cannabis, smoking, and the other half was left living a healthy life using some fruit or something else. Now the result, the overall prevalence of the ED in the, or better said, the PD in the cannabis user was twice as high compared to the non-cannabis users. Can you imagine? Are you still willing to take the risk? The National Health Services, the NHS in the UK, did a research on cannabis on mental health. The regular cannabis use increases the risk of developing the psychotic illness such as schizophrenia. Psychotic illness is one where you have hallucinations, such as you see things that are not really there, and the solutions that are believing in things that are not really true. Another chunk, the health of the youth. The National Institute of Healthcare, located in the US, did also a study, and it concluded that using cannabis triggers the mental health problems in the youth, who seems to be well before, or it can even worsen the mental problems by the youth. The younger you are when you start using cannabis, the more you are at risk. This is because the brain of the youth is still in a developing phase, and the more, and it is therefore more easier to damage by the active chemicals in the cannabis. Another chunk, secondhand smoke. The Science Daily newsletter, this is a newsletter where the source of the latest research is being published, indicated that secondhand marijuana smoke also is dangerous. Research shows that smoking, the smoke of a marijuana joint, is as damaging to the lungs as five times the one of a tobacco cigarette. Marijuana may contain 5 times as much carbon monoxide concentration and 3 times as much tar as tobacco, which of course will result in a higher risk of heart attacks and strokes in the hours immediately after smoking the cannabis. Another chunk will be the Tax Policy Center located in the USA. The medical marijuana is legal actually in 33 states in the US, and some of these states even levy the tax on purchase. But do you know that the tax rates are often the same or as close as the state's general sales tax, which means that it doesn't even raise much revenue. These are 5 chunks that we've presented to you, easier to digest. And so to put more emphasis why we, the team, of course, is against the mood. Madam Moderator.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Erwin, the second speaker for Team B. We'll give the judges a few moments to note their scores. All right, at this point, we are going to ask the teams and the judges to relocate to the breakout rooms, as the breakout rooms have been set up for persons to be able to access them themselves. So for the members of the pro team, Team A, you're going to go into breakout room 4A. For team B, you're going to go into breakout room 4B. And the judges, you will go to your breakout room. We have our Zoom master, of course, to provide you with any assistance that you need in relocating to those rooms. And audience, remember, this is where we'll take 5 minutes for our audience interaction. And of course, we'd love to hear your thoughts on the moot. So please indicate by raising your hand if you would like to contribute your thoughts to the moot. Marijuana should be decriminalized. And of course, we're going to entertain those thoughts as soon as we have all the members debating, as well as the judges in their respective rooms. Zoom Master, you can let me know when everyone has moved. From team A, we are looking to have Toastmaster Cheryl York, Toastmaster Sophia Carthy, and Toastmaster Isabella Hyman move to 4A. And for team B, we are looking at Toastmaster Myron and Toastmaster Erwin to be moved to those breakout rooms.
Point of clarification, Madam Moderator. The researchers for Division I, are we to stay in this room or are we also going to the other room with the others?
No, you are not allowed to go into the room with them.
We're
So you're staying here.
Hello, this is Cheryl.
Yes. Hi,
And
Cheryl.
I went to breakout rooms, but I'm not seeing 4A.
Okay, it's
So
there.
Master, can you assist
Yeah.
with moving her, please? Thank you.
Okay,
You're welcome.
Yes.
Just 1 second.
Yes.
Madam
Okay.
Moderator.
Cheryl, you're in Division I, so I'm going to put you in room 4B, actually.
Madam Moderator, we have 5 minutes for this one, eh?
Yes, we have 5 minutes, but we can
Okay.
only begin that 5 minutes after we have them moved.
When they gone, I know.
Yeah. Excellent. I believe the Zoom Master will let us know, Toastmaster Arthur. She'll let us know when we can begin the time.
I will let you know.
Looking forward to your contributions to the moot. So remember, you can begin to raise your hands so that we'll know how many persons we are looking to accommodate. Thank you. Definitely.
Madam Moderator, is it correct that Division I had 2 speakers? Or they have
Division
a third
I had Isabella Hyman.
Okay.
Do you have her? Okay.
Yeah, I have her. And for Division
A?
Yeah, I don't see anyone in the room as yet.
So Toastmaster Myron and Toastmaster Erwin Lobato. Have you found them?
No, I don't see anyone.
Toastmaster Erwin has his name as Div-A, Erwin. So you're looking for DIV. Toastmaster.
Okay, I found him.
And then Toastmaster Myron is R4 Captain Div-A.
The next person is who?
R4 Captain Div-A Myron. Have you found him?
Yeah, I found him. Let me just double check.
I've only noticed one hand going up for the contribution to the debate. This is an exciting topic. Should marijuana
All the
They're-
judges, the 3 judges are in the rooms, and the 2 speakers for Division A are in the rooms, and the 3 speakers for Division I are in the rooms.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Arthur. Let's hear from Toastmaster Sinclair. Toastmaster timer, we're on 5 minutes. Thank you.
Madam Moderator, good night. I once that a Rasta man was under a tree smoking his marijuana. And when he took the first puff, he said relaxation. When he took the second, he said concentration. And when he took the third, he said meditation. Madam Director, Moderator, marijuana is good for the health. Whenever you see a herb that has been, actually a herb has been created by the Most High God, and it says that the healing of the nation, the tree of life shall be for the healing of the nation. So let us use our marijuana to heal our nation. Just last Sunday, someone was saying to me that when he was a little child, he had asthma. And as a result of using marijuana weed, his asthma was cleared up. And as an adult today, he doesn't have asthma anymore. Man, bring the herb on and let us smoke it. No, not smoke it, but we could boil it and drink it. Because it's a herb that has been helping a lot of people. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your contribution, Toastmaster Sinclair. And of course, we note your correction. So clearly you are for the vote that it should be decriminalized. That's the position you're taking.
I'm saying let's use it. We don't necessarily have to smoke it, but we can use it in different formats to help, to create better health for people. And as a matter of fact, marijuana contributes so much to our economy. You understand? I mean, there's a lot of financial gain from the sale of sale of marijuana. So why decriminalize something that can help our economy and put money in our pockets? And
all right.
Creative ways of using the product. A lot of our Caribbean countries, that is what we have going for us. Let us find ways.
Is that what we have going for us?
That's right.
I thought it was tourism, but okay.
No.
I note your observations. I want to hear from someone else. Let's hear someone who can go against this mood. DVD Karshina, I'd love to hear from you. I want to put you on the spot and ask you to go against this mood. I know you're flexible like that.
I am the division director for Division I, and I agree with my team and their points. So it's very hard for me to now on the spot go against them with marijuana should not be decriminalized.
Don't worry, they're not here and the judges aren't here either. You don't have to worry. But what is your position? You can give your position if you have a position. Yes.
Okay, I guess I can play the devil's advocate a bit. Marijuana should not be decriminalized because sometimes when we give people an inch, they take an entire yard. Therefore, if you give persons the liberty to use marijuana, it was said that persons can just use it in moderation, use it for medicine, use it to bring in finances for the economy. However, we know that humans do not operate like that. Anything that makes us feel nice, oh boy, we surely like to feel nice, especially in the Caribbean. Therefore, I do not see that persons given the opportunity to just take a little marijuana, just taking a little marijuana. I think although may be able to purchase it, persons may even at pharmacy sell it, as we say, on the hand through the back door to get their financial gain. Fellow Toastmasters, I think that we should keep it as it is. If persons go against the law, they must face the consequences. It can affect mental health, it can affect other things within our society. Therefore, jail persons who use the marijuana.
What a strong end. Awesome. All right. Thank you so much. So thank you for being such a good sport and presenting an alternative view so that we can have a balanced discussion in our own casual way this evening. So we heard one person say, you know, he didn't say smoke it up, but that's what he meant, but he's trying to be polite. So he said, you know, we could use it and we can use it to help us with our health issue. And then we heard that when given an inch, Caribbean people generally takes a yard. So we have to be mindful with how we approach that. Thank you so much, Timer. Zoom Master, you can let the team in the breakout rooms know that it is time to return. They have definitely presented an interesting case here tonight. And the judge's task would be to help us to identify who has presented the best argument. Are you guys enjoying the debate as we wait for them to return? Are you enjoying the debate? Division A, persons from Division A, are you in the room? Yes, I see you. I see you. Definitely, yes. How about Division I?
Woo! We got this.
Oh my, y'all don't tell on you the division director. Remember, I put her on the spot, right? So she was just humoring us.
You can handle that.
Yes, excellent. Toastmaster Helen, I hope you're okay. I know you wanted desperately to go help your team out. It's okay. Awesome. I see they're returning. Definitely. Excellent. Awesome.
Madam Moderator,
Debaters, yes.
the judges are there.
Are you all here?
Yes.
Yes, excellent. Thank you. Debaters, are you ready? Debaters, are you ready? Toastmaster Myron, Toastmaster Isabella, are you ready?
Madam Moderator.
Yeah.
Myron is having some difficulties with his internet.
Okay.
And I'm not seeing Isabella.
That's
I'm right here. I'm looking for the
right
timer.
there.
Is
She's
it on?
there.
Is the
Okay,
timer
okay.
on? Because
I have a problem with my, I'm not hearing you. Just
Isabella, put on your.
Can you say something, please?
I'm right here.
Everybody said something.
Your camera.
Oh, my camera, sorry.
Yes. Toastmaster Artie, Toastmaster Timer, can you please say something so that Toastmaster Isabella can find you since she is our first speaker?
I'm right here, Toastmaster Isabella,
Right
and
here.
for the rest of the crew.
Thank you.
And Toastmaster Myron, I saw you gave a thumbs up, so that means you're hearing us now?
Yes, thank you.
Excellent. Judges, we are now going to be hearing from the third speaker for Team B. The third speaker for Team B, Toastmaster Isabella Hyman, as she presents her team's case. Toastmaster Isabella, you have 3 minutes.
I thought it was the other way around, Madam Moderator.
Yes, I'm so sorry. We should be hearing from Toastmaster Myron first. Thank you so much for that. The opposition team. Yes. Thank you. All right, let's do that again. Toastmaster Myron, you are on first. Judges, please note, we are hearing from Team B first, and Team B is, of course, Division A. Toastmaster Myron, you have 3 minutes. You may begin.
Thank you, Madam Moderator. We have given you the facts. Marijuana is bad for your health. It is bad for our society. It is bad for our economy. And worst of all, it is bad for our youth. Marijuana is good for you? The pro team themselves said that we should not be treating this as a legal problem, but as a public health problem. Oh, so there is a health problem then. They said that it is easier to treat addicts outside of the jails than inside. Oh, so there is an addiction problem then. Only 1% of marijuana users go on to heavier drugs? Come on. As a society, we share a responsibility for all our citizens. We do not leave it to the personal responsibility of our citizens to harm themselves. Do our opponents realize that the same argument could be used for decriminalizing cocaine or heroin? Were they arguing for or against the mute? Anyway, a few facts. There is lack of evidence for the therapeutic benefit of marijuana. In the United States, commercially available drugs are subject to rigorous clinical trials to evaluate safety and efficacy. Data appraising the effectiveness of marijuana in conditions such as HIV/AIDS have demonstrated that there is no certain positive effects. Look it up, Lud, Gray, and Siegfried. Marijuana is a medicine. When was the last time you read the insert of a joint? As a responsible parent, I read the insert of all the medicines I give my children. They all have adverse effects. And no doctor will recommend you to take a medicine forever. It is true, you won't die from an overdose, but you still can overdo it. And you will live with the consequences such as confusions, concentration problems, slow reaction, anxiety, headaches, dizziness, etc., etc. And if you think that Holland is doing well, that is because you haven't lived in Holland such as I have the last few years. They are becoming more stringent because of the social consequences of marijuana. Why would we want to open Pandora's box? Ladies and gentlemen, let's do the responsible thing and say no to the decriminalization of marijuana. Madam Moderator.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Myron, for presenting your case. Let's give the judges a few moments to mark their scores. As we prepare for the third speaker for Team A. The third speaker for Team A, Toastmaster Isabella Hyman. Toastmaster Isabella, you have 3 minutes. You may begin.
Robert Welch said that the real freedom of any individual can always be measured by the amount of responsibility which he must assume for his own welfare and security. People should have the right to choose whether or not the use of marijuana is suitable for his or her life. Studies have shown that as harmful as the substance can be, it is not more harmful than, say, alcohol or tobacco or any other medically prescribed drug. What is the real difference between a person smoking a joint or another drinking 3 glasses of rum? You may argue that the visible consequences may differ, but isn't it all an attack on the body? Madam Moderator, it seems the opposition is tied to the idea that marijuana should be criminalized because of the negative effects the substance can have on one's body. Yet, our society has found ways to help control other potentially harmful substances, such as alcohol, tobacco, and prescription drugs, with age limits or doctor's approval. So why couldn't we do the same thing with marijuana, especially considering that marijuana is more natural than other substances? Another problem that seems to perturb the opposition is the abuse of marijuana, claiming that to even compare alcohol use and marijuana use is pointless. But if abusing marijuana and other substances like alcohol can all lead to major health problems to the point of death, why is one not only decriminalized, legal, and easily accessible, while the use and possession of the other is seen as a menace to society, especially the young? If we're going to criminalize one, we may as well criminalize all of it. When the evidence shows that marijuana is 114 times less harmful than alcohol, I'm sorry, the discussion needs to be had. And let's face it,
Anything can be abused. Studies have shown that drinking too much Coke can lead to severe obesity, high blood pressure, cholesterol, etc., etc. So yet every restaurant menu, every shop, supermarket, vending machine offer Coke. So based on the opposition's logic, should we also criminalize Coke? Ladies and gentlemen, my fellow Toastmasters, I think the real question shouldn't even be whether or not we should decriminalize or even legalize marijuana. The real question should be, what are the stigmas that we are still associated with its use? Yet, the science is clear, the evidence is there. Decriminalizing marijuana has its benefits, not only on the health, but on the economy of our society. And this is why we, the statement makers, believe that it is high time we decriminalize marijuana. Madam Moderator.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Isabella. Let's give the judges a few moments to tally their scores. All right. I know you guys have a lot of pent up screaming and energy and claps and shouts and support that you want to give to your team members. So I'm going to allow you by division to do so in this moment before we close this room. So let's hear it for Team A, representing their position and coming strong tonight. Let's give them a resounding applaud for the effort, for the energy, for the entertainment. Well done, well done, well done, well done. And of course, let's give it up for the three presenters tonight representing strong Division I. Give it up for them. Come on, whether you're a Division I team member or not, let's just show some support. Know that preparing for any such event is a lot of work and a lot of energy. So I want to thank all of you for being here tonight, for being an awesome bunch and audience. You guys were so well behaved. That's the word I'm looking for. You are so well behaved, and it was my absolute pleasure to moderate through this exciting topic and this exciting debate. I really want to commend every participant for an awesome job done. Judges, hats off to you. You have your work cut out. We can all return to the main room as we wrap tonight's debate up. Looking forward to seeing you next week as we continue. Have a great evening, everyone, and happy debating.
They can choose one of them.
Okay, good. Can we do resolve number 2?
No, remember we have we need 2. So what will happen is they can choose which one.
Okay.
And then after one chooses which one, the other can choose which side.
Okay, good. Oh, good. Excellent. I like this. I like this method. Democracy.
Okay, while we are waiting for the others to join us, they are about to finish their part.
Yep.
What we will do is the results will not be known today because it will take you guys another 20 minutes. We don't want to keep you up. But what we will do is we will choose what each one of you will be debating on for next week and which side. So while we are waiting on them to join us, if any of you would like to share your experience and how you like the evening, besides the hiccups that we had. Who can I give the word to?
The captains.
Oh yes, that would be nice. The captains of Division A and the captain of Division I. Are people returning to the main room? Yes, they are. Who can I give the word to?
I will be closing the rooms at this moment.
Okay, good. Toastmaster Myron, can I pick on you? Can you share your experience tonight? You see, I haven't seen you for over 2 weeks, two years. Can you imagine?
Well, it was a wonderful experience. It's different because it's online, but it has been fun. At one point we thought we were winning easily, and then the other team came back very strong, but then we came back stronger. So we still think we won, but it wasn't as easy as we thought in the beginning. So it was fun, and it is a learning experience. So that's always positive, win or lose. Again, we are certain we will win, but win or lose, it's a learning experience. So you always.
That's great. That's great. Nice. Good to hear that. And who do we have from Division I?
Good evening. Can I address my opponent, Mr. Myron Eustatius? Whatever made you thought that it would be easy to win? I would really like to hear that. I am really amazed that you could look at us and thought that you were going to walk over us. English speaking us. Just want to put that in there. English speaking us. So I would like to hear from you. The floor is yours.
Well, for one thing, we also speak English, so that's one thing. But the other thing is, one of my heroes, all-time heroes, is the great philosopher from the Manchester United School of Thought, Eric Cantona. And he said, it's not arrogance, it's confidence. And he was one of the best football players ever. So if you don't have confidence in yourself, you will never get there. So just like we just did.
Great, great. I thank you for being honest, but the results will tell.
Yes, yes. I just want to give the Division K and Division B. Division K, who would like to just say one word or two? Yes, Sean.
One.
Your experience.
Tremendous. As I said in the other session, it brought the division together. I think it's an interesting concept. I'm sure there are going to be lots of lessons learned, and I have access to your ears. So I'll give a few stuff. It indeed emphasized the whole time management skill. And, especially when you have passionate topics where you have so much arguments that you could present, By the
Yes.
time you're finished with your setup for a punch, it's like, oh, darn, you have to be like splicing and dicing. Also,
Yeah.
it's good to see almost 200 persons here online, and I'm sure representing the entire region and by extension the world. So that this initiative, this historic occasion, is indeed walking down the right hall.
Yeah, great. So who do we have from Division B?
I guess I will go.
Yes.
Molly Plummer here. It was fun working with a strong team. I must tell you, Division B is a fire team. We had great support. We had distinguished Toastmaster Jean Small. And if you notice, all of us that spoke were wearing red. Red is a power color. And so we were taught that, look, if you're gonna come out to win, come out in red. And so we had our pointers, we had our cheerleaders that were there with us, and we had the mood that we were agreeing to, that we're passionate about, and so the passion came out. Yes, time, I rightly agree with Toastmaster Sean. By the time you're going to put a punch, you saw the timer, look, I have to cut it short here. And so it was, it teaches us how to be precise, concise, and get it in and to make sure you win, you take it home. So for us working with Division K, we had fun over there. And like I said, our divisional director, we had our distinguished Toastmasters, we had the support, and support is crucial when you're doing a competition to have backing. So we had fun.
Great.
Permit me to say that I don't criticize a Freudian slip, but I noticed the third speaker, did actually agree with the moot, or disagreed with the moot, to say that she believes it should not. And that wasn't a Freudian slip, but we wait to hear what the result is.
That was a mistake and that was corrected. We're all human.
Well, actually, we will continue with this debating. But before that, let us do our next thing so we can prepare for next week, which will be the final for both sides. So because after that, it's going to be elimination time, and the best ones will continue on to the third weekend. And for that, what I'm going to do now is that I have on a spinning wheel all the 10 divisions. I will spin. The letter that comes out will be choosing out of two moods which mood they are going to debate, they want to debate on. And the other division that is going to debate with them are the ones that will be choosing the side. So one will choose the mood for the two of them. The other will choose which side they're going to debate on. Is that clear? We will try to do this very fast, so you guys are off to your bets in a jiffy. So I'm going to spin. Be prepared. The timer, the captain will be seeing two of the moods, and you will have to choose which one. Division E, be prepared to choose the mood. Let me pull it up. Division E is going against Division H. So are you seeing my screen with the moods? Not yet? Okay.
No, we're not. No.
Here it comes. So these are the two moods. So Division E, can you choose which one you would like to debate on?
Number one.
Number one. So then Division H will choose which side you would like to be on. Is there anyone from Division H on here? Division, I have to take out. Division E. Let me see. Division D, division H. Okay. I will come back to that. I'm going to spin again. I have taken out from the wheel division E and division H. So we are going to spin. Division D. Who do we have from division D? Okay, come on, guys. I cannot see everybody, so just unmute. Division D. Who do we have? You will have to choose. Sorry, what did come out just now? Division D, correct?
From Division D.
Yes.
This is Ralph Sandermitilius.
Okay, you choose
Yeah,
which
first one.
First one, resolve. Okay,
Yeah.
division D, number 1, and then I need someone from division I to tell us if you want to go pro or con. Who's from division I?
Can we see it again? You take it down. You took it down so fast.
No, it has been chosen already. Oh, sorry about that. Let me just one I and B. Okay. Be quick. Maybe you can take a snapshot as I'm going back and forth. So division I, you choose whether you want to be debating against or for.
We will go pro.
Division I goes pro. Okay, I have taken out now division I and okay. So we are going to spin again. Division B. Who do we have from division B?
We're all here.
Okay, one of you. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Let me pull up the moods. You will choose whether you want 1 or 2.
We will take 2.
Number
Social
2.
media does more harm than good, yes.
Okay, so F, division F. Who from division F to choose which side you want to take? Who do we have from the captain from division F? Please state which one do you want to take? Nobody from division F here?
I am here.
Okay, can you choose? You will be debating on the second. Social media does more harm than good. So state which side you will take.
Preposition.
Say that again.
Pro.
Pro. Okay. So let me take out division F needs to go. F and B. Okay. So let's spin again. Division J.
Present.
Okay. Tell us which one of the proposition will you be taking?
We'll take the second proposition.
Proposition number 2. So, Division C. Anyone from Division C?
Yes, Division C is here.
Okay. Do you want to go in opposition, or will you take the proposition for this?
We will take the pro.
Pro. All right. So the last two to choose. Which one is going to be choosing? Let's spin. Division K.
We resolve proposition 1.
Okay. Proposition 1. So Division A. What will it be? K is taking on social media and beat in personal communication. Will you take the proposition or the opposition?
Moment of tense.
Say that again.
Please, we're discussing some suspense in the answer. Drum roll, please. And the answer is?
All right, okay. So K will take the opposition. Now we did miss H, I think. Which one did we miss?
So you're with me?
Yes, it's
Hello?
done. So Division A. Debbie, did you note down everything? Okay. We still need to get Division H to choose. We will do that later. But I don't want to take much more time from you. Thank you so much for being patient. And there are a lot of things that we can revise to make it better for next week. And any feedback that you may have also are welcome, so we can improve together to make this a great experience for all. And happy preparation for our next debate that will take place next Saturday at the same time with the same link. And please let us know in advance who are the speakers so we can also prepare for that. And with this, I say have a pleasant evening, all.
Good night. I think I was in the other room. When are we getting the results?